Senator Hamida Kibwana's statement about the shutdown of the Kenya Health Information System owing to the departure of USAID from the country. Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are living in difficult times. I think this is this is an example to show that as much as we are accepting aid and as much as we are saying that it is okay to have donors and all these international organizations supporting us in one way or another, Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, this is a very vital system. The Kenya Health Information System is a system that was holding data, medical data, health data of Kenyans. And it is that same system that is used to even have a foresight or focus on outbreaks and all sorts of sensitive things, Mr. Speaker. And owing to the departure of USAID, you can see now the system has been shut down. And the questions that Senator Hamida Kibwana are asking should actually open our eyes in terms of who are we trusting our systems, or who are we trusting some of our development projects with, even if it is international organizations. You can see that one of the questions that is being asked, Mr. Speaker, and that is why I want to highlight this so that Kenyans can understand, is that she's seeking to find out whether the Ministry of Health had an exit strategy or a handover process to ensure the continuity of the health data management. Mr. Speaker, I have always spoken about resiliency plans in terms of our programs, in terms of our systems, IT or otherwise. And right now we are in a situation where we don't even know if our health data has been accessed by third parties. We are in a situation where we do not have a resiliency plan, Mr. Speaker. And that can only mean that, God forbid, if we have an outbreak today, we might not even be able to do what is necessary to curb that outbreak and put in measures to ensure that Kenyans are safe. So, Mr. Speaker, as we are seeking to find out what is happening with that system now that USAID has left, I think it is also imperative that our Ministry of ICT might be able to ensure that some of these sensitive dockets or programs or projects, as much as we accept the funding, we should be in control, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also want to add my voice on Senator Richard Onyonka's statement in terms of the policy on the decision to remove mathematics as a compulsory subject. Mr. Speaker, it is, we all say and we all joke that we never use algebra in life. And we are always saying that some of the mathematics that we learned all the way to high school has never been applicable to our day-to-day life. But, Mr. Speaker, we also have to appreciate that as we are moving to the competence-based curriculum, mathematics is actually an essential part of our lives, Mr. Speaker. Even just to start this session here, we always have to count if we have quorum, Mr. Speaker. So I think as much as we are saying that at one point we do not need mathematics, I think the decision has been hasty and a lot has not been put into real thought in terms of what are we removing, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I don't think it has ever hurt anyone to study maths all the way, even until college. I did not like mathematics. I have never liked it. But once in a while, I start to appreciate why I was in some of those very complicated classes, Mr. Speaker, because sometimes even on the applications of the bases and the themes that we learn in the mathematics, you never get to appreciate until you are out there in the industry, whether even in communications, whether in engineering, architecture, whatever, and you are forced in a situation where you have to apply some level of thinking that we acquired during those mathematics classes. So I think that was a hasty decision, and I do hope that as we are seeking inquiries as to what led to this policy and how we can further make our curriculum efficient, I do want to say that we must appreciate that, yes, we do not apply algebra everywhere, but some of the things that we are taught in mathematics are actually applicable in life, and I think it is a basis of our day-to-day lives in the different forums that we are. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Beatrice Ogola.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to start by supporting the first two statements on Order 52.1 And Honorable Speaker, as we remember J.M. Kariuki on the 5th anniversary of his death, I want it to go on record that I also want to remember in a special way one outstanding man we've had in this country, the late Tom Mboya, that came from Homa Bay County. Honorable Speaker, just as J.M. Kariuki had outstanding deeds in this country, the late Tom Mboya equally had very remarkable things that we can remember. This was a man that was a cabinet minister of planning in this country, and in my county, Homa Bay County, we attribute a lot of great things to Tom Mboya. Part of it is the Homa Bay Referral Hostel, the Homa Bay High School, the stadium that we have today are attributed to the planning that Tom Mboya did while he was the Minister of Planning. Along with J.M. Kariuki and Tom Mboya, I want to remember also the doyen of devolution, the late Odinga, that equally comes from a sub-county that I have a history with, Homa Bay Town sub-county. Honorable Speaker, the late Odinga is, as his successors, not limited to the devolution that we now enjoy. This Senate came with the new constitution, and all that is attributed to one scholar called the late Odinga. Along with personalities we remember in this country are the late Minister Robert Ouko. And Honorable Speaker, these are people who did a lot in this country. And Honorable Speaker, it is also, as we remember J.M. Kariuki, and we remember the few have mentioned, there are so many in this republic, like Tom Mboya, Odinga, Robert Ouko. It is important to note that, Honorable Speaker, there is something in a name that all of us must guard. And that is why we must all protect our names, and that is why we must all build on to these names. Honorable Speaker, a few people can remember now who physically Tom Mboya was. A few of us here can remember physically who J.M. Kariuki was. A few of us can remember who Odinga was. They do not even know physically how he looked. But we remember those names, Honorable Speaker. And that is why we say we must protect our names. And that is why we say we can never, ever allow people who discredit others' names, because names are built over years, Honorable Speaker. People take years to build their names. Some of it professionally, some of it, even their families rely on these names. And that is why we call upon everybody to respect each other, to honor each other, and to never, never discredit names that people have built over centuries. Honorable Speaker, I come to the second statement that I want to support, the statement by nominated Senator Mariam Sheikh. Senator talks about abductions. And on the same note, Honorable Speaker, I want to remind this House of a lie that I had here some few weeks ago. One of us came to say that Raila Amolo Odinga did not mention the issue of abductions until we had a function of our prayers that was just few days to his going for the elections in Addis Ababa. Honorable Speaker, I want to put this record straight. That statement was made by the Senator of Kiambu, Senator Thangwa, and he said that Raila at no time did Raila talk about against abductions. I want it to be recorded here that right in December 2024, when Governor Gladys Wanga was hosting the finals of the Genoa Cup in the Raila Odinga Stadium in Homa Bay County, Raila Amolo Odinga came out publicly to talk against abductions and in the presence of the president of this country. And so it is a lie to say that Raila Amolo Odinga did not talk about abductions. And Honorable Speaker, as I correct that, I also want to say that we should never encourage issues like abductions. That in this country, we should encourage diverse thinking. And when people speak out their mind, and that is in the constitution of this country, the Constitution 2010, they must be heard, Honorable Speaker, and abduction should be treated as a criminal offense, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I therefore go to support the statement by the Senator of Kisii, Senator Richard Onyonka, who makes a remark about the policy decision that was made by the government to remove mathematics as a compulsory subject. Honorable Speaker, I want to support the sentiments that have been brought up here over the same by my sister, Senator Gloria, and to say, Honorable Speaker, that mathematics and languages have skills that we refer to as life skills, Honorable Speaker. We all know that all of us need mathematical skills. Whether you're a hustler, whether you're a border rider, we need to sharpen these skills in school. And so, Honorable Speaker, I will not be one person who will support this policy decision. Mathematics and languages form the foundation of the skills upon which people build the professions that they have. Honorable Speaker, I've been a teacher of languages, and I know the basic skills that language builds are listening, are speaking, are writing, and these are core. Somebody might underrate them. But all over in our life, even today as you are a member of parliament, you need those skills. And that is why they are referred to as basic skills. So I want to say that maths, there must be a rethinking of the fact that we can remove mathematics as a compulsory subject, Honorable Speaker. And so I want to say that that decision, there should be a consultation, public consultation, even before that is implemented. Honorable Speaker, I